Okay, so the purpose of this assignment was to edit data from a local credit union in the textbook. So I opened this document and I saved it as was directed, which was A03B1 Denton / my last and first name. Then the first thing I needed to do, so when I made this, the tables were already created. So we have account, we have a branch table, and we have a customer table. So these were already created. These queries were not created. I created these myself. So the first thing I was told to do was to create a query. So I did that by doing create, and I hit query design. I got a blank query, and the first one was this longevity query. And I'm going to actually go into, so we can see it better, I'm going to go into the design view. So I was given this was all blank. This branch table was not here yet. So it said to display the manager and start date. So to do that, I realized that the manager and start date were located in the branch table. So I drug the branch table into this area. And what I did next was I took the manager and start date, I double-clicked them, and they appeared down here. And then I was told to find a built-in date time function to use the current date, subtract the start date, and divide the result by 365.25, the 0.25 for leap years. So what I did was I went into, I created this, and then I went into, we find here, Builder. Let's click on that. And I was able to create a function that looked, it was in here, I'm trying to think, here. Let me click on this again, so it was Builders, there we go. So I just had to, in order to see that function, I just needed to click on years with company, because this is the new column that I created. So I created a function that was giving that function that would give me that result that they wanted. And then what I did is, and also I went into here and I made sure that the branch expression categories were here, because that is what we're working on. So I said okay. Then I went into property sheet and I created a fixed format and I created the caption years with company. That was what I was told. So then I was told to create the next query. Oh, I had to save this. So then I hit save and it asked me what I wanted the name to be, and I said longevity. So the next query I created was for the customer balances. So that can be seen here. And let's go into design view, because everything has been run. So let's go back to design view. So I was told to summarize each of the customer's accounts balances. I need to list their last and first name and the sum of their account balances. So those happen to be found in customer and accounts. The first and last name was in customer and the balance is in accounts. So I put all those here. The sum, so in order to do that, this total was not here before. I had to hit totals so that would appear. And then I hit the group, it was like, it said group by before, and I just hit sum. And it kept these as group by. And because that's what we want the sum of these. And then I was to format the total of the balances, so I hit this, went back to property sheet, format as currency, and create the caption total balance, then save, and then save this as customer balances. And then finally, in the just to review, they made sure in the data sheet review that my total was 141,074. I did this by showing totals. This wasn't here. Totals was not here before. I hit totals. I went in here and I hit sum. But I could do the average if I wanted to. I could do minimum, you know, all that. So they wanted the sum, so that's why I got the sum total. Finally, I was told to create another query. So I created another query. This is going to be in the balances by city. Let's go into design view once again. It said to create a totals query to show each city, which is found in the customer table. So I dragged the customer table over here, and I made sure to put city, and then the balances. So I went back to the account, and I drug that here, and I put the balance down here. They wanted the sum. So once again, I added this total here, and I put in sum here. And it said we wanted to make sure that for example, Denton is 61,510. So if you go and run this query, you do see that it is indeed 61,510. So go back to design view. That's pretty much all we had to do here. I believe I did have to yes, I did have to format the balance query. So go back into property sheet. Yeah, I had to make sure it was in currency and the caption of total balance. Did that. Run the query. There you have it. Save this as balances by city. Then I saved the overall document, and that was it. So I learned a lot with this assignment. I found that I kind of went with it a lot easier once I learned about the property sheets and the expression builder. The expression builder is still a bit tricky for me, but I'm still learning a lot about that. But I was able to properly run my query this time, and yeah, I really enjoyed this assignment. I can see why Access would be very useful. I feel like I would need more experience to really utilize it properly. Excuse me. But I did find it to kind of I flowed a lot better with this assignment, and learning about the property sheets and whatnot really helped. So yeah, the assignments were a lot easier to learn this time. So yeah.